Hello and welcome back to another video, guys. Now that's right, today we're back for another new movie release review, and it is for Candyman. That's right. So Candyman, I watched the original. I watched the original for the first time the other day, so I could have a bit of prep going into this movie. And I absolutely loved it. It's one of my favourite horror films now. I thought the concept was really cool. And I thought the movie was just a blast. And for those of you who don't follow me on Letterboxd, I've got like a little monster movie, or a horror monster ranking thing going on there, where I rank like every Halloween film that I see. Chucky, Friday the 13th, Scream, Candyman. Is there anything else on there? No, I think that's it. But this ranks very high. This is genuinely one of my favourites of those type of horror films. I hadn't seen a trailer for the new one, so was going into this film optimistic. And yeah, what I got was a solid horror film. So this film is directed by Nia DaCosta, who people will probably know as the upcoming director of the Marvels. It was written by Mr. Jordan Peele, and you can really feel that influence of him lingering over this film, which is great because I love Get Out and Us. And it stars a whole bunch of people who are all very, very good in this movie. The story follows the plot of... it is a sequel to the first Candyman film, and Candyman is returning. He has been brought back by the main character, Anthony. And it's a very interesting story, this one. It didn't quite go in the way that I thought it would. I don't think it was actually as scary as the original. I think what it done I said this in my podcast review of this movie. Link in the description to that, by the way, if you're interested. That it reminded me a lot of the new Invisible Man movie, where I didn't really find that one too scary either. It just sort of had that spooky aspect where you sort of knew he's lingering about. Where is he? So it had that very on the edge of your seat vibe the whole time. And I think the movie was really good like that. I thought the story was interesting. I found it a little bit predictable at times, but I think it was actually intentionally predictable. I really liked the last act of the movie. When the film started to actually wrap up, it was really good. It opened really well. I think the second act had a little bit of a lull where you were waiting for things to pick up and get going. But, you know, the film isn't super long, and I don't think this film could have warranted much of a longer runtime, so I think it actually was almost perfect in how long the film was. I'm going to talk about some technical aspects here. First off, the score, you know, very heavily influenced by the style of the scoring from the first movie, which is incredible. And here again, the score is really good. There's some really good aspects to it. And again, it helps with that spooky vibe. The cinematography was gorgeous, like absolutely fantastic. You know, with these type of horror films, when, you know, you get these remakes come out, some of them can be a bit lazy. One that I look at is It Chapter 2. I don't dislike that movie. I'm not in no way going to dig that film out. But in terms of, like, the creativeness of the filmmaking, it's pretty bog standard average. And you can get away with that a lot with modern horror films, because I think a lot of people go to these films, don't expect to get anything too creative. They want to go for some jump scares with the general audience. Here, the cinematography is beautiful. You've got things like when the opening credits are going, and I'm not even sure how to describe this shot because, you know, I'm not super technical with all this stuff. But you've got like an upside down point of view that's moving of the city that this film is set in. And it was fantastic. I was sitting there like, this is really cool to watch. You know, the director did not have to go this hard with just the opening credits, but they did, and it's creative, and it just gives the film a bit more of an edge, a bit more of a character, a sense of style to it, which, you know, just makes the film feel a bit more wholesome. Some of the camera work as well with the kills was brilliant, because obviously there's some deaths in this. You know, it's a horror film, it's Candyman. There's going to be some people that get sliced up. There's one that takes place in an art gallery is all I'll say, and that one was so well shot. Really, really good. But yeah, Candyman was actually really, really interesting. I also like as well how it referenced the original, and the art style they chose to film the flashbacks in, I also want to say was really cool. So yeah. But yeah, Candyman, 2021. I enjoyed this movie a lot. There's definitely some pacing problems with it. There's a couple screenplay problems. There's a little couple rough patches of dialogue. But overall, you take this film for what it is, and it does what it's meant to do really well. I had a great time. The cast were great. The director done such a great job. I can't wait to see what they do with the Marvels. So excited for that project now. But yeah, I'm going to give Candyman a 7 out of 10. Really solid horror movie, guys. If you're looking to go to the cinema this week before Shang-Chi's release, because I'm pretty sure everyone's going to be going to that next week, Candyman is the film. Go see it. It's a good time. If you're a bit of a jump scarer, don't worry. It's not too jumpy. It really isn't. It's quite a calm horror film, but it's really good. And if you're a fan of the original, I think it respects the original material very well. Very pleased with this movie. But anyway, thank you so much for watching as always, guys. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, like the video, leave a message, and as always, I'll see you next time for another video. Bye-bye.